Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that happened a couple days back. A video was published on Facebook with this young lady named Onika Walcott. I think the video was published by Shabazz. She was saying that James Bond would have used she name unknown to she as one of the person who carrying Clattis into court. She even was saying that she knew nothing about it. She hear people calling she and telling she about it. She auntie call she from the States, from the US, and tell she about it. And the manager for she area would have called she a couple days back and said she want a meeting with she. But she did not reach the woman. And now she hears her name on the news and she tried calling the woman not answering. And she boss was saying that Onika tells she that she's trying to message James Bond and he not replying. Now when I first saw the video, I jumped to conclusions saying that things really bad in Guyana. That people just taking people name randomly and use it how they want without consulting them, without the approval. But then she come back on the next video and confirm that she did agree to take Clattis into court. Now, for me, when I first saw the video, I was saying that James Bond would have taken it onto himself to think that everybody black vote PNC. So he could have just collect somebody's name and use it how he want, unknown to them. But then when she come back on, she's saying that she did agree. Now, what I find wrong with it is that if I put my name as to doing something, why would I have to lie to somebody about it? I understand that Shabazz is probably a PPP supporter, and she didn't want Shabazz to know that she was involved. Miss Oniko, your name was carrying one of the most important persons in the country at the moment to court, and you don't think your name would have been published. That is the first thing. You must would have known that your name would have been published, that you is one of the person who carrying Clattis into court. So when you're going lying to your boss about something that is in the public, I find something wrong with that. Now you were saying that the auntie called you from the States and your friends them call you and tell you that your name is on the news and you was not aware of that. And the manager for your area would have called you a couple days back and said she wanted to see you, but you did not reach her. And you said when you try calling she back, she did not answer your phone. Then your boss went on to say that you tell she that you try messaging James Bond and he is not replying to your messages. Now you're coming out there saying that you was aware of what went on. Now, I used to work for people and I lie to my boss already when me want to go to work or for some reason, but I lie to my boss already. But when I tell my boss a lie, I tell him a lie. And I tell him a lie that I don't think he would have known is a lie at the moment. Or up to now, I didn't think he knew that I was lying. So when you come out telling people that you lied to your boss and your name was in public, I find that to be wrong. Very, very wrong. I think something went on. And this is my opinion. And I'm not saying it happened. This is my, what I say, I should say it is alleged that James Bond did use a name unknown to you, and he probably come and speak to you, probably offer you some money or not, to come and clarify his name and the PNC character. There's my opinion. I'm not saying that happened or it did not happen, but this is a mystery. It is very mysterious to hear what you said and then to hear what you come back alongside James Bond saying. Now I'm gonna play a clip so people who didn't see the video or wasn't aware of what went on, so you could understand. Okay, so I can play the clip now, then I'm gonna come back on and then I can play the next clip. So first I can play the clip with she and Shabazz conversation. Then I can play the other clip with she and James Bond. Okay?
That is what I'm telling you, Miss Nicole. I knows nothing about it. It's just so me auntie gonna tell me. Yesterday, this area manager called me. She said, man, I want to talk to you. So I said, concerning what? She said, man, must pass by me. But me ain't gonna know right there. She can't make it mean go by she, mean turn by she. So just when me auntie telling me, I said, she got to know about it. You know how long I calling she phone and sending she message, me ain't getting she.
Well, let me tell you something what happened. Good morning. One of the girls them that they put there to carry Claudette Singh to court, the girl says she knows nothing about it. She works with me. And after I listened to news yesterday, Onika Walcott, she's from Victoria. After I listened to news yesterday, I messaged her. I said, Onika, what you put your name in? She said that people calling, she telling she about this thing and she knows nothing about it. She didn't put her name there. So she said she messaged James Bond, asking James Bond about it, but she said he did not answer her back. She says she worked at one of the polling station in Victoria when it was the day of the election, but she said she know where they put she name in. She said oh she see the coordinator for Victoria was calling her yesterday. She said but she did not the day before she did not answer them. So she said she know how she name get there and she gotta find out how she name get there. So you see what they're doing, they're taking people name and put them there that the people don't even know nothing about it. She said she knows nothing about it. She said she auntie called you from the States and said, what nonsense you put your name in? You know you could be blacklisted over this thing. She said she ain't know nothing about it and she going all out today to get your name off the news.
Now, y'all hear what she was saying, right? That she know nothing about it. And Shabazz even went on to say that she gonna be using the next day to go and get your name off the news. So this what I find was mysterious. So here is the next clip with she and James Bond.
My people, I'm here to let you know that nobody forced me to do anything, nobody threatened me to do anything. Whatever I did it off my own.
Now y'all understand what I am speaking about. What y'all think about this? I find this very mysterious. For me, some foul play went on between she and James Bond. That's my opinion. That something went on. And James Bond want to clear his name and the PNC character. Right? So that is my opinion. Now, James Bond went on to say there's how people living in the country and the fear. James Bond, who, how, and when people in the country living under fear? When she put your name in the public, a couple hours before she come back on the news with you, saying that she agreed. So she was afraid a couple hours before, and then a couple hours after she wasn't afraid again. Because she come on the news, on social media, live, right? And saying what she's saying. So she wasn't afraid then. So I don't know how you come to try to tell people that people in the country living under fear. That is not making any sense, James Bond. It is not. Stop trying to peddle bullshit and tell people. The woman lying somehow or the other, she lying. You lying somehow or the other, you lying. Both of y'all lying. So you don't come and peddle no bullshit that people living in fear and people fight. She name was in the public. She must would have know. And if she didn't know, that mean you is a, let me don't call you no name in here. You is a waste of time. Because if you would have been using she name and know you can go public and you didn't tell she that she name can go public, something wrong with you. You understand? She must would have known she name is going to go public and everybody in Guyana and outside of Guyana would have known. She name. Nobody would not know she identity until you bring she on. Now everybody know who she be. Personally. Before I only know she name, I didn't know the individual was who. And so as is many other people who don't know she. Right? So when you come out peddling bullshit that people living under fear. People living under fear of the PNC. Trying to thief an election. People living under fear to know what next is going to come out of the PNC if they're going to start or if they're going to continue burning down, because based on what I understand they have started burning down already. If they're going to continue burning down or if they're going to go in the street and riot. That is the fear and the only fear people living with in Guyana at the moment. But I should add a next fear. People is afraid of starving to death. And the children starving to death. There is no work, no money circulating, and y'all ain't helping nobody in distributing no food or nothing. Y'all ain't helping nobody. A couple of weeks back I hear y'all got hampers sharing out. I ain't hear nothing but that again. And hampers only sharing out in certain areas. I even hear some people say, come and say that the voucher would collect and they go to the supermarket with it or the shop with it. Yeah, I said they're saying the shop said the Ministry of Finance had to confirm it first before they could buy anything. So y'all ain't giving nobody nothing. There's the next fear that people living with in Guyana. Good. Now, this sign about Black Lives Matter that you have put to buy coffee. I have no problem. And I am in support of Black Lives Matter. But I am in support of Black Lives Matter where it matters. Right? Now, everybody jumping from this thing Black Lives Matter in America. You have to try and tell people that the show what's going on down there is a political show. Right? Because only people making money or getting something out of that is the politicians. Not the black people who involved. Now, when you're talking about Black Lives Matter, and a couple of weeks back, every weekend, over 20 people getting shot. Black people getting shot by black people. Children get killed, sitting in the house. And people driving past shooting at them and kill children in the house. Black people killing black children. But nobody saying nothing about that. About Black Lives Matter then. So this is why I am in support of Black Lives Matters where it matters. You understand? Because this whole narrative about Black Lives Matter is just a hoax. It's just a game played by politics, by politicians, using the black community to burn down their own neighborhood, destroy their own livelihood to benefit them. When they finish burning down the place, the businesses and the places in the neighborhood, people's house and that kind of thing, they have to live with that. The politicians them don't have to live with that. They have to live with that. Right now, you was talking about this Indian person who the police had the knee on the neck in America. I see the video too. Yeah, put up Black Lives Matters by coffee. But the police did not have no black Guyanese in custody with a foot on the neck. They had an Indian one, based on you colored. So why did sign and say colored people life matter? Why did sign and say that? Colored people life matters. Now you are supporting the narrative of Black Life Matters. But no black Guyanese was harmed by the white police in America. An Indian Guyanese was harmed by the white police in America. But nobody in support of that. So we're saying that the Indian people life doesn't matter. Or except the rest colored people life doesn't matter. It only matters when it's supporting the Black Life Matter. And you want people to support, people of color to support the Black Life Matters. But are the black supporting the rest of colored people life that it matters? Are they doing that? No, but you don't hear nobody coming out protesting. Was an Indian Guyanese. And he was one Guyanese. Right? I don't think he got killed. No, he didn't get killed by the police. But the man who started the whole thing, I forget his name, who the police put in the neck and kill him, was one man too. Unfortunately, he died. But it's the same narrative. You understand? But by copying that colored people life matter or Indian people life matter. So Guyanese black supporting Black Life Matter and not Indian life matter or the rest of the country, different color. People life matters. And I hear people coming out on social media and saying the coolie people in Guyana don't want to support Black Lives Matter. No black Guyanese was harmed by the white police. An Indian one was. So are the black people supporting the Indian ones then? Then it should be Indian Life Matter down there. Or colored people based on you, James Bond. Colored people life matter. Right? But they ain't happen. They used to show that some of y'all in the black community who coming out saying that the Indian people are racist and racial and all kind of bullshit, is y'all really and truly is the racial people then? Some of y'all, I'm not saying all. Some of y'all. Because they have some black people. They have some black people. I grew up within black people who would go out die-heartedly to support an Indian person than a black person. I know that for a fact. I witnessed that for a fact. Right? So I can't say every black people is the same thing about racism. But some of y'all is very racial people. Right? So, okay, you have Black Lives Matters there already. Then you should have right above or at the bottom of that, or alongside that, Indian people life matters too. Because again, I'm saying, the police did not harass no black people in America. No Guyanese black person, or no black Guyanese, I should say. In America, they harass Indian Guyanese in America. But we ain't see nothing right in Guyana about that Indian person, or about Indian in the whole. Life matters. Again, I can say this, but the Indian people them is who life really matters in Guyana. Because they are targeted by some of the criminal elements in Guyana. They're only targeting the Indian society. So their life is more matter. Right? But we ain't see nobody writing nothing about that. We ain't see nobody in support of that. Now, I have no problem with y'all writing Black Lives Matter. I am in support of it where it matters. You understand? I am in support of all life matters. Every life matters. Whether you're black, blue, pink, green, I don't care. We are all human beings, and every life matters. Right? Now I hear on the Lampy and Pampy show that Christopher Jones was saying that the three person that carry law in filter court only carry law in filter court because he's a black man. Because he's a black man, and I can't remember the exact word he used, but was saying only because he's a black man, they would have said that he's a thief only because he's black. That's the kind of bullshit I was just talking about racial and racism in some of the black people in Guyana. He didn't find nothing else to say other than the carrying law in filter court only because he black, and because he black, everybody saying black is thief. Hey, so you see, and I said this in a couple of videos before. If you're gonna be putting the black community in a category, then people are gonna be responding to the black community as a category, that they're being categorized. And it's not the Indian people or the white people categorizing the black people, it's the black people categorizing the black people. Now listen to this jackass would come out and say people only care law in filter code because he's a black man, and for them our black man is thief. What kind of bullshit you come telling people, boss? And the you have an institution to deal with racism in Guyana, right? But they didn't do nothing to he. But that was clearly racist. But you see they're going investigating him. But this guy from the US, the chatting singer, they got he in the bullshit about racism. But you could clearly hear Christopher Jones saying that people only carry law in filter code because he's a black man. And for them, all black man is thief. This is not racist. This is not racialism. That is not. But I ain't seen Nagamutu and Granger and Harmon and nobody coming out saying nothing about that. Nobody coming out saying nothing about that. Fear is fear. Right? If y'all think the guy was talking, the chatting singer was saying something racist, y'all have a right to step into it. But then when the other side talking bullshit about racism, y'all should be stepping into that too. But I ain't hear nothing about that. Now, so what we can say about Clara Singh? She mixed, right? Who else we could compare to? We can continue with Clara Singh because it is the same election with the same people in. She in black. Clara Singh in black. But if she black person carrying she to court, what we should say about that? But you don't hear no Indian coming and say that them carrying she to court because she's an Indian. And because them think Indian people something or the other. You don't hear nobody come saying that. Right? So, get your act together, people. Get your act together. These kind of bullshit have to stop. That you are targeting one set of people and the next set of people can talk and do what they want and nobody say nothing to them. You understand? This bullshit have to stop. So I would like to see somebody come out and say something about Christopher Jones on his statement. Okay? But you don't hear nobody come say nothing about that. I ain't hear nobody come say nothing about the Indian Guyanese who the police was harassing in America with the knee on the neck that James Bond was talking about. We ain't hear nobody come say nothing about that neither. No, nobody see that. Them life, the life in matter. The race of people life in matter. Right? It doesn't matter. Only black life matters. But James Bond saying that everybody should support Black Lives Matter, not because you clear skin. When you go to America, they call you colored people still. Right? You are not because you're clear, or we say not because you fear down here. When you go over there, you is colored. So why you in supporting that it should be colored people? Life matters down there, in front of coffee and in New Amsterdam. We understand where the whole thing going and where it coming from. It coming from a racial group of people, and it's going to influence the people who is not racial to become racial. They ain't gonna happen. Not everybody's as ignorant and stupid as some of y'all. Not everybody in the same category as some of y'all. And don't get me wrong, there are racial Indian people, and they are racial Amerindian people, and Douglas people, and Chinese people, and white people. They are racial people in every single race around the globe. But not everybody can come out in public and demonstrate that they're racial. They keep it within the self. Right? So when the black community coming out and put out clearly that they are racial, and people can think what they want, and people must support them narrative of racism. People should support that, who is not black. This world who everybody are living. How you make a bed is so you're going to sleep. We can have some black men who are very, very rich, have money. Some of them who don't have the money but they just like to work because they don't want to thief or lie on the corner and smoke weed and do nothing whole day. They go out and work. But some of the people them, and now the Indians them is the same thing. Prefer to go and sit down on the corner whole day, smoke weed, talk bullshit, and try how to rob people or thief people thing. This is where the country becoming at the moment. But to go out there and work and earn a honest and decent living, they don't want to do that. Right? So, people, let me get your act together and stop with this racism bullshit. At the end of the day, whether you're colored or you ain't colored, or you're black or you're Indian, just as when you go to America and them places there and they see you as colored, they also see you as Guyanese. Whether you're black, Indian, Portuguese, I don't care. What color you be. Just when you go over there and you're in black, they call you a colored person. And they categorize all the colored person in the same category. This is what James Bond was saying. Since they're doing that, when you go over there and you're a Guyanese, no matter what your color be, you are still a Guyanese. They don't say Indian Guyanese or a black Guyanese or a Douglas Guyanese. Or a brown Guyanese, I should say. Or yellow or pink or green. They see you as Guyanese. You understand? Just how they see you as colored people, they see you as Guyanese too, when you are a Guyanese living overseas. So you have to stop with this kind of bullshit about Indian and black, and you are trying to put up a sign saying colored people life matters too. Because Guyana is not only one race. You understand? I see a thing on Facebook, I don't know how true it is, with Lennox Schumann saying that Amerindian life, natives life matter. Or indigenous, something so. Life matters, of course. Every life matters. Guyana is 6 race. Why there's not a sign saying 6 races life matter? No harm was done to no black Guyanese in America. But in Guyana got Black Life Matters. No harm was done to no black Guyanese no part of the world. But Guyana got Black Life Matters. Only because America peddling Black Lives Matter, we peddling Black Lives Matter too. Yeah, I tell you what. Anyway, people, I have to go. This is the end of this video. Please have a wonderful day. And before I go, I should say, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, GCOM meeting. So we should expect a declaration. If not tomorrow, by Monday the latest. I don't think it should go past Monday. I don't think a declaration should go past Monday. And Granger say he will accept any declaration made by GCOM with no strings attached. So this should be over very soon. If Granger stick to the word, then it will be a smooth transition. If not, then we cross the bridge when it comes. Okay, so please stay safe, look out for each other. Please stay away from Rona. God bless my country, God bless my people. Once again, look out for each other, stay safe, stay peaceful. And y'all stop burning down the flipping country. Bye bye, everybody.